Hi, it's great to see you all out here today. Can you hear me okay? Okay, awesome. So the first thing when you're trying to turn your social media followers into customers, it's really important to know who your followers are. Who's your audience that you're talking to on social media? Are they the right people that are primed to become your customers? Or do you need to kind of grow your followers a little bit and expand that audience? So the first thing to think about with that is to be able to look at your analytics and know who your current customer or who your current followers are. So Facebook and Instagram, they have a lot of tools to help you with this. And if you go into the Insights area in Facebook, and if you go into the Insights area even just within Instagram, you can see this information. Now, to see this, you have to have a professional account or a Facebook business page. You can't be using your personal accounts to do your social media. So that's the first thing that's just super important if you're going to be trying to turn your followers into customers. Make sure you have those business accounts set up. And then when you're looking at some of the data and some of the insights, you can see demographic information. You can see, is your audience on social media, are they mostly female? Are they mostly female ages 18 to 24? Or are they mostly older men? You can see, who are those customers, and that can help you get an idea of just who are you talking to out there. Another thing that's really helpful with analytics is for you to be able to see what content's performing well. So this is great because it gives you an opportunity to test different types of content and learn from that. So, say you want to see if a video performs well. Video is really, really big for social, and you just want to see, do my followers respond to that, and what type of video do they respond to? Go ahead and try it. Post that video and see, does it become one of your top performing pieces of content or not? And if it doesn't, what can you do to improve upon that? What else can you try? So using the analytics tools in there to be able to see kind of an aggregate of your content can be really helpful. So you can tell, say you're always giving out tips about whatever your business is. Say you have a lawn care business and you're giving out tips about how to take care of your lawn. Well, maybe what people want to see is actual demonstrations of how to take care of their lawn. How can you take that content a step further? And your analytics can really help you do that by giving you the opportunity to try things out and see what's working well. I think with that, I will go ahead and hand it off to the next person, or hand it back to our wonderful host here.
All right, give it up again for Ms. Danielle Phillips. Next, we're going to bring up John from Vantech. John is the owner of Vantech Marketing. He has experience working for previous marketing agencies for Fortune 500 clients before starting his own firm. They are now just 2 short years, 15 employees deep, and have worked with hundreds of local businesses here in the area. So I bring you John. Give it up.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for that great introduction. So my name is John. I'm the owner of Vantech Marketing, and today I have laid out 4 easy steps to turn your social media followers into clients. So step number 1, optimize content. So the content has to look professional, whether it's the videos being recorded or the photos being taken or even the captions being written. Everything has to correspond to your client's highest values and expectations. If you're not communicating with in the lines of your highest or your client's highest values and expectations, the content is just not going to convert, and it's not going to work. And then the hashtag strategy. So I know a lot of agencies use a lot of different methods. We use a method called the stair-step method, meaning we try to rank on lower ranking hashtags with less than 10,000 people and try to stair-step up to the big ones we all know that have millions of ranked users on them. Number 2 is going to be grow audience. So growing your audience can look like a couple of different things, the main of which is you have to have volume. You have to have dozens of followers every single week pouring in. And I know that's not like a really traditional, thing to say just because it is more, skill to convert those kind of followers, but they have to be the relevant followers as well. If you're business to business and all of your following is all consumers, you're not going to get any sales. Same as which if you are all, B2C and you have a bunch of businesses following you, it's great for credibility, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be the people most likely to use your products and services, which are the people we're aiming to build that audience of. Third is going to be assess the strategy. So there's a couple of different things. Speaker before me had a couple of good, little details on the insights. I think the insights are really, really, really important with assessing the strategy. Just like any other statistic out there, what you want to do is you want to eliminate all the variables, and you want to be comparing apples to apples, so to speak. So if you do see something wrong, you're not going to go ahead and change your content, your hashtag strategy, and everything all at the same time, because if it starts working or doesn't start working, you don't know which key component you switch to actually make that happen. So I think it's really important to, like I said, cut out all the variables, make sure you're comparing apples to apples, focus on one thing at a time, and make sure you're seeing little improvements until you can get everything the way you want it. Number 4 is going to be humanizing the brand. So this can look like a couple of different things, the main of which is we want to make sure that we're interacting with our potential clients on a very human level. We're all companies and corporations, and a lot of people just simply don't want to be sold anything in today's world, especially with all the influx of advertising. So putting a really good face, human connection behind the brand can honestly be one of the biggest telltale signs that you are going to start converting, because it's easier to say no to a stranger than it is to say no to a friend. To kind of put it into perspective. And that's pretty much all I have, just 4 easy points to kind of help boost that engagement and help really monetize that social media following.
Optimize, grow, strategize, and humanize. Thank you for that great information. Next, we're going to bring up Kameron Seabrook. Kameron Elijah Seabrook is the founder of Open Bay Autos and Real Ones Create. Real Ones Create is a marketing and content creation company focused on providing tech-based solutions for small businesses. He is a UD Flyer Pitch finalist, former collegiate athlete, and overall hustler. He helps businesses navigate new age techniques to increase brand awareness and sales. By using his knowledge of business operations as the CEO of Open Bay Autos, his creative skills, he is able to create campaigns that make a difference. Personally, he believes that everyone is a creator with the right lens and hopes to inspire the community to think bigger. In his personal time, he enjoys reading, creating music for his fans worldwide, and playing soccer. Kameron Seabrook.
Hello, everybody. So, as he said, I'm the founder of Real Ones Create, and I want to show you guys how to create. So, we've worked with a couple businesses as well as Open Bay, Butter Cafe, Wernley, and a couple other companies. And the reason why I started this agency is because I had to figure it out. So, as he mentioned, entrepreneurship started as just a ground-up story for me. I was an artist, and I was like, how can I market my music to people where they actually want to listen to it? And that's the journey so far. So the first thing I want to say is everyone in here has a cell phone, right? Like, who doesn't have a cell phone, right? So that means you have what it takes to be a content creator. A lot of times when I'm working with small businesses or anyone in general, they say, oh, I have to have this quality video that took me 6 hours to make, and it goes crazy. But at the end of the day, if you have this device, you can just pull it out and you can connect with people. As John was saying, human connection is super important, and displaying that with your brand is key. Again, with content, short-form content is everything. So as you're creating content, you always want to create it vertically. The reason why I say short-form content is key is because it's efficient. A lot of us in this room are entrepreneurs, hustlers, right? You may only have 20 minutes in the day to get something done. So how can you make that 20 minutes as efficient as possible? By creating vertical content, you can post it on every platform simultaneously, saving you a ton of time. focusing on engagement, you want to research who you're targeting. So if you are a cook and you want to target people who are interested in cooking. If you're an entrepreneur that talks about sales, you want to target people that are talking about sales. So focusing on that is super important. The other point that I wanted to touch on, sorry, I'm going a little quick, I just want to make sure I get to everything, is you want to focus on digital ads. Now, digital ads, I cannot stress this enough. It has changed the game for me. I completely blew open the door with my business by learning how to run digital ads. And I would say everyone in this room, that's a skill that you can YouTube it, you can buy a class, but do that today. You want to learn digital ads because you can target people with location. You can run an ad literally over the hub. You can target people with interest, and what's most important is as a small business, you can directly track your metrics. So in other forms of advertising, you have no way to know how many people from the ad click through. But with digital ads, you can see, 10 people click through on this ad, and this is how much I spent. And you can track that at a micro level, which helps you save a lot of money and time. The last thing I want to say is if you are somebody that has a pretty decent following already, try to think of ways to monetize that. So one thing I would say is, let's say you own a restaurant and you're a chef. Think of a way that you can, think of a way that you can build upon that. So I lost my train of thought, sorry, but as a chef, a way that you can build upon that is I'm choking up a little bit. It's been a very long time since I've spoken in front of people. It's a little difficult. I'm sorry, y'all. Entrepreneurship is a journey. It takes you through anxiety, all these things, and so I apologize. The last point that I wanted to say is let's say you're a chef and you're creating content, ways that you can monetize that is you can create a cookbook, show some of your recipes. People want to buy that, and that's my last point. So thank you, guys.
Definitely some good tips there. I appreciate you, Cam. We got another speaker coming up, Miss Jasmine Milam. She is a professional social media strategist based in Dayton, Ohio. Over the past 5 years, she has professionally helped a diverse mix of businesses build communities online by crafting successful strategies and creating engaging content to help them reach their business goals. She stays sharp by routinely mastering certifications from leading organizations in the industry like Google and HubSpot.com as a symbol of how seriously she takes her role. Since joining Spark Space Creative, she has been an impactful force in the digital growth of both local and national organizations. With a combination of unmatched passion for social media and an admiration for purpose-driven work, she is dedicated to helping brands advance their digital footprint through social media and digital marketing. I bring you Jasmine Milam.
Hi, everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you all about how you can use social media as your first step to customer service and how important it is, and I have 3 tips for you. So the first one, you want to make sure that all of your information is up to date and accurate. So when's the last time, if you have a business and a social media page, when's the last time you've checked that you checked your website, you checked your phone number or your email on your social media page? It's probably been a while. Me too. So I usually recommend either, if not quarterly, at least twice a year, because sometimes links break, typos happen, and we want to make sure that we're giving our audience the accurate information so that when they're ready to work with us and buy products with us, they don't have to get distracted. So one tip that I have coming up, for example, the holidays are coming. I would recommend that you can do a simple status update. You don't even need a graphic or a video, but you could say, hey guys, our hours are this day for Thanksgiving, and then pin that to the top of your page so that when people are exploring your social media, they can have the updated information easy, and you can just take that pin down when the holiday is passed. The next tip that I have is that you should answer all the way when your audience is reaching out to you. So if they want to know about a product or what colors are available, send them the link to that product. Make it very easy.
A good example that I have is, say someone's wanting to know their tracking update. When's my product gonna get here? Instead of just giving them a long string of numbers, you could take the extra step and show good customer service and provide them the link that has all of the details. All they have to do is log in. So you wanna remember to just go all the way, take that next step so your customers don't have to. And then with that, that leads into my last point. Make sure you're making your call to actions as easy as possible to follow through. So if you're gonna ask someone to register for an event, instead of having a link to just the website for the event, send them the link to the button to register for it. Even last night, I was on Twitter, and an influencer that I'm a fan of did a partnership with a brand, and she had a thread of products, and I was like, you know what, I'll buy this product. But the link didn't go to it. I had to go back to Twitter and then find the name of it and go back into the website, and by the time all that time passed, the opportunity for me to get distracted with another tweet or completely forget altogether, I talked myself out of it. So I think that if you follow some of these tips for customer service through your social media before they even get to your website or get to your store, your likelihood of turning your followers into fans and then into customers would be a lot stronger. And that's all I got.
Make it easy on us. As a consumer, make it easy on us. We want to get access as quickly as possible, as easy as possible. Next and finally, we are going to bring up Christina Mendez, who is the owner and founder of Irene-Marie Co., a creative marketing agency designed to create innovative marketing campaigns that boost brand loyalty and convert to sales. Irene-Marie Co. was founded in 2018 after. It's a long bio, but I'm getting to it.
Being thorough, I gave you the
For sure. Christina left her corporate job in marketing to help small brands market more authentically. Christina spent the first 3 years focusing on business consulting with small business owners in efforts to deeply understand the gaps in small business marketing. In 2021, IMC retired business consulting to focus on filling the marketing gaps of authentic, effective marketing solutions. Christina is a certified life coach, certified business and entrepreneurship coach, and holds a certification from Cornell University in Women's Entrepreneurship Studies. Christina Mendez.
That was a mouthful, right? Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all look like y'all full, right? Okay. So today, you guys are here because you guys want to figure out, how do I take all these people that are following me and actually make some money, right? All right, so we're going to walk you through that. If anybody has ever been to one of my speeches, we going to work. Y'all got paper? Go ahead and get it out. I need to see some papers, some pens, because I'm going to give a lot of information. So when you are in the conversation of trying to convert social media followers to actually buying from you, this is a journey, right? We're going to go on a journey. As the entrepreneur, you are on a sales journey. As the customer, you are on a buyer's journey. And so it is our job to figure out, how do we get you from a lead or just a follower on social media into you actually giving me some cheese, right? Okay, so the first stage of building a sales funnel is your social media account. So what I want you guys to retrain your mind around social media is, social media is amazing. I love getting on there and making reels. I love making graphics. I love the whole idea of it, right? But your social media strategy is the top of your funnel, okay? And a triangle, right? So it's wide at the top and it gets loose at the bottom. Your social media is at the top of your funnel. It should not be the only way you are marketing. It should not be the only thing you're relying on to get business. It is a partner in a bigger story, okay? So boom, we at the top of the funnel. Now I want you to write down a acronym, ADA. Write down ADA. ADA, some people may say ACA. ADA. Cool. So we are starting at A. A is awareness. So before you can even get to talking about money, they need to know who you are. They need to be aware of you. They need to know what you're doing, right? Okay, so how are we gonna do that, Christina? Like, make it make sense. I be posting every day and don't nothing be happening, right? Okay, so I want you to focus on two things. Write down client or customer pain points. Client or customer pain points. All right, so we are right now, we're in the awareness phase. The acronym is ADA. And you're writing down client pain points or customer pain points. Now, what you're going to do with your content. So don't nobody better have an excuse on what they don't know what to post, because I'm about to tell you exactly what to post. Your product, if you're a product-based business, is here to solve a problem. I don't care if it's a sweater. You're here to keep people warm. If you're a service-based business, your service is solving a solution to a problem. So if you're a tax consultant, you're lowering the amount of stuff they got to pay at the end of the year, right? Your product or your service is solving a problem. So what are the problems? What are the problems that your customer and your client are looking to you for? So somebody raise their hand, give me a business. What, video editor? Okay, so what are some problems that they're looking for? Why would they hire you? Why do they even need a video editor? Okay, so that's one thing. Write it down. What else? Give me somebody else. A what? A child care service. Why are they hiring you? Exactly. So literally, you can spend all day just talking about that. Client pain points are the problems that they're having, that the reason why they even own your social media looking for you. That is what you're going to talk about. That is what all your content should be around. Now, the next thing I want you to write down, content pillars. At my agency, I call them content costas because your girl is Puerto Rican. But for y'all, just say content pillars. Content pillars, or content costas, as I like to coin them, are the types of content you're going to take your client pain points through, right? So you're going to make a list of all the problems that your customer or client is having, right? I'll make a list of like 12 problems, not like 3. Like they got problems, and you need to be able to effectively always articulate that you can solve the problem, which is going to in turn get to the dollar amount, but we're not there yet, right? So after you have that 12 list of 12 things that you're solving, your content pillars, I want you to have 5, at least 5. That's the type of content you're going to make. Don't nobody want to see some static posts all the time. Okay, that's not an engaging brand. And I also don't want to see the same type of content, right? That's why we watch different shows, because we don't want to keep watching CSI. Maybe we want to watch The Biggest Loser, right? You want variety. The same way you want variety in your entertainment is the same way we want variety in marketing, right? So your content pillars, types of content pillars. You should be posting inspirational content. Write that down. You need to inspire them. Don't nobody want to spend money if they don't feel inspired. I want you to make me excited to want to work with you or motivated, inspirational or motivated, okay? That's one content pillar. You need to make funny content. Everything doesn't have to be serious. I don't care what your industry is. Find something to make a joke about. You need to make educational content. You need to make content around the mistakes your client is making or your customer is making. What's that for? You need to talk about myths in your industry. Okay, give me another business. Somebody. What? Okay, so what's a myth that people have about grant writing? Period. So you can make a whole bunch of content just around everybody can't get a grant. I would tell you when you're doing your myth content, usually make that alive because you got a lot to say, right? So you can use your content pillar. Your pain point is that they need a grant writer. They're looking for a grant writer. They're trying to get some money, right? Your content pillar is going to be a myth, and your topic is going to be everybody just can't get money. I just done did her. That's a strategy right there. I'm seeing invoice, okay? All right, okay, cool. All right? Then you need to make, let's see, my favorite, pop culture content, okay? Bring pop culture into your content. And the reason why I'm going to tell you that is because it is the easiest way for you to articulate who you are internally to your customer. Your customer demographic likes a certain type of show. They like a certain song. They like a certain type of something, and you should know what it is. If you don't, you need to find out. Then, so let's say we'll use me. Y'all know who I'm about to use. He on my arm, but y'all know I'm coming with it. So I know my customers love Nip, right? So I'm going to take a meme, and I'm going to use Nipsey in my content to effectively show you I get it, right? Pop culture is such an easy way to articulate that you get your client. So find some memes. I recommend you guys following Later Media, at Later Media on Instagram. They do a great job of using memes, and they're a B2B business. So if you're a B2B company, you say, Christina, we can't make memes. We got to be serious. That's a lie. So we are still in the awareness phase. So we have talked about what? We need to make them aware. We need to know what our client pain points are. I want y'all to come up with a list of 12. You need to create content pillars. I just gave you the topics. That's your content strategy. That's it right there. But that's literally just the first step. And everything that we're talking about today is what you're going to be doing all the time. This isn't even marketing campaigns. This is the regular way you're going to go about getting customers and clients all the time. If you continuously work on this strategy and this funnel that I'm sending you through, you won't ever have to go look for the next client because you will always be creating a funnel of people that want to work with you. So cool. We in the awareness phase. They've seen us. Also make a note that people need to see your content 7 to 11 times. So if you telling me you can't post about that same jacket 7 to 11 times, why are you selling it? All right? 7 to 11 times before they even decide that they want to work with you, that they even know what's going on. So you're going to be in this game for a really long time, which is what you should be, because marketing is all about experimenting, managing, data tracking, and doing it again. Cool. We're in the awareness phase. They're aware. Now we want to take them to desire. It's like being on a date. Are we going to get the second date? Awareness is the first date, but now we want the second date. And the second date is the desire phase. Now, in the desire phase, we want to see if all of this work that we just did even amounted to something. And we're just on social media, y'all. This is social media marketing. We ain't went nowhere else. We ain't talked about nothing else. So cool. We doing that. We making the reels. We making the pop culture. We got the content pillars. We know the client pain points. Cool. How do I actually know all this stuff you're telling me, Mendez, is going to work? Now you're going to ask them for something. So you can openly ask them to join one or two things. I recommend both. An email list or an SMS list. If you're not doing text message marketing, start asking for those numbers now. It will not be an option in 2 years. So just start collecting numbers now. Even if you're not comfortable sending text messages yet, just collect the numbers. So now we're going to ask them to go somewhere, right? Yes, you can make money on social media. It's easier if you're a product-based business. But really, we need to take this relationship to the next level, and we need to ask them on another date. And we can't do that on social media. We need to take them somewhere else. And most importantly, you want to own this data. You don't own those followers. Y'all see Mark getting in trouble every other week with Congress. We don't know where Facebook is going to be, right? And we don't want to get caught in a jam by not owning our data. You own that email list. You own that SMS list. We've taken them out of aware phase again, and we're going now into desire phase. So you can should already be giving away value. Also, a key point about the awareness phase, you have to give away value. If you are scared to give insider information about your services and what you do, I submit, do you know what you're doing? You should not be scared to provide value. Great social media pages provide free value. I should be able to come to your page and learn about you and leave with some knowledge and leave more empowered. If I cannot do that, you are gatekeeping. And if you are gatekeeping, you're probably broke. Okay? You have to give away free information, valuable information. Solve a problem. Because if you solve a problem, they will be indebted to you. If you give me something and I didn't ask you for it, you're a nice person. Guess what that does? That starts to build trust. But if you're always asking something of me, don't you hate when somebody always asks you for some money? Every time you see your cousin, can I get like that? You always asking me for some money. That's how y'all look when all you guys are doing is say, book a call, book a call, book a call. Buy, 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 buy. That's how y'all look. Right? No one wants to feel like that. So we're going to take them through the desire phase. And we want to take them somewhere. Because, you know, we took them to Chipotle on the first day. We're going to take them to Ruth Chris now. We're gonna spend some money, okay? So in the desire phase, you can do two things. You can just ask them, hey, subscribe to my email list. If you thought this content was great, the email list go crazy. We got a ton of more educational, value-based content that we send out every Wednesday. You can do that. Some people, they're a little greedy. They're like, I don't know, because I don't give out my email. Y'all not about to be sending me a whole bunch of emails because I'm not reading them, right? So if the first ask doesn't work, and again, desire phase, we still ain't asked for no money yet. The second thing you can do is provide what? More value. That can be in the form of a freebie, and that freebie can be a digital download. That can be a 7-day challenge. That can be a video series. That could be an unlisted YouTube video where you're going to give inside secrets that you don't tell anywhere else but on your email list. That can be a webinar if it's not boring. I hate boring webinars. But you're going to then ask them, can you have their information so you can give them more stuff? They're going to be like, this social media account is absolutely amazing. They tell me free stuff all day, and they're going to tell me more. I'm giving them my email. Guess what? The action in the trade of information did what? It showed desire. I done got them followers off of social media, out of the awareness phase, and I now got them to understand that I'm an expert in my field, and they've shown me that they desire my service or my product because they gave me their email. Now we're in the desire phase. Now, y'all be getting messed up on this desire phase. Remember, this is how we get married. Married is the money. This is where y'all mess up. The desire phase and what you give away, it has to actually be valuable. I have downloaded so many PDFs of like, let me teach you my 6 ways to $100,000 in 3 days. And it'd be like a checklist. Like, what is this? You didn't tell me anything. I could have Googled this. You actually have to make whatever you're promising that is of value actually of value. So you need to solve a problem. Pick one of those 12 problems that your customer has and solve one of them. Do not mess up the desire phase. Because if you mess up the desire phase, you don't get to the next phase. You don't get a third date. Y'all don't get in a relationship. You don't get married. You don't get any money. So you have to make sure that this phase is actually some value. You solved a problem because we're trying to build trust. So again, let me go back. Write these types of things down. It can be a webinar. It can be an ebook. If it's going to be an ebook, it needs to be a value-based ebook, 15 pages or more. Don't be trying to get in a little 3-page ebook, a little checklist I can make on Canva. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm going to talk about y'all. It can be a video challenge where it's like an email series, and day one you do a challenge about a different video about something. It could be a report that you guys created that's not anywhere else. It just has to be something of value. All right, let's run this back. I took y'all through awareness. I gave you your whole content strategy. I've now taken you through desire. I've told you how you get them off of social media and onto your email list. Now we're going to go into the next phase, and that's action. We've been providing value. We've been showing up every day. The cycle starts over. If you post in 14 days and you fall off, start over. Now you need another 30. So that's why consistency is important. Because if they're going to give you their money, they need to know that you're going to show up for them. How do they know they're going to show? You can show up for them, but you can't even show up for yourself. You ain't posted since last year, right? That all amounts to something. So every time you go off the grid, start that 30 days over. Gave you your content strategy. Took you through the desire phase. I showed you how they're going to leave social media as a follower and become a part of your family. Your email list is your family. I've told you to give them something of value. I've given you the things that you should give them. Now, after they have engaged with the content, if you're a service-based business, you're going to ask them to book a call. Everybody know when you get on a call, somebody's selling something, right? So now you're going to ask them to book a call to sign a contract, to do a one-on-one. You're going to ask them to, hey, let me show you this demo. Let's get a free demo of my services. If you're a product-based business, you're simply going to ask for the sale. Buy. A lot of times on social media, you guys are getting that wrong as well because you're too scared to ask for the sale. Ask for the sale. If that's what you want here, I ain't on here not just be on there just talking, right? I'm on here for a reason. Ask for the sale. You create value. You show people that you care. You solve problems. They now want to take an action with you. They show up every day and they teach me something. Then they gave me a free webinar and taught me some more stuff. Absolutely, I want to get on a call with you. Absolutely, I'm ready to take action. Absolutely, send me the invoice. Absolutely, I want to buy from you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take social media followers from followers to customers. Thank you so much.
If we could have everybody who spoke come up, we're going to ask a couple questions from the audience. This is your chance. You heard a lot of information. Hopefully you took some notes and things. This is your opportunity to ask these knowledgeable and experienced folks some questions. So are there any questions in the audience? I'm starting right here.
What resources do you guys use to stay on top of the social media marketing trends?
Some of the resources that I use to stay on top of trends is Trend Talk. Just lets you know like what sounds are trending. Other programs I use is like Hootsuite and other posting software just to keep everything scheduled properly.
Okay, so if you're looking for trends.
The Hootsuite is Hoot. It might have an E at the end of that, I don't know. And then Suite.
If you're looking for trends on what's trending, use the Later blog, later.com. I would look at Ad Week. That'll tell you about the marketing campaigns that are going on. I would also look at marketingtoday.com. And also, you need to be looking at how your customers are engaging. A quick way to figure out what your customers are looking at is look at the brands they follow. That's going to give you the biggest intel onto what they like. Look at who they're following. So if you look at your followers and you see that your followers are following Starbucks, that tells you what? They're a Starbucks person. A Tim Horton drinker and a Starbucks drinker is two different drinkers, okay? So that should give you even more insight to who that person is. So if you're looking for marketing trends, if you're looking for ways to figure out where their pulse is, look at the brands they're following.
And another thing that you can use when you're on social media to find trends, it's actually quite convenient, specifically on Instagram. When you're like scrolling through Reels, in the bottom left-hand corner of the sound, you'll see like a little arrow that's like pointed in this direction. It's super simple, to be honest. And that's how you'll find if a sound is trending or not. So if it doesn't have that arrow, that's an indication that the sound isn't trending. So if you make content, don't use that sound. If it does have it, that's an indication that you can use it.
Cam, should they keep it under a certain number?
With the Reels?
With the trending audio?
Yeah, so I was trying not to go too in detail so other people got ask questions. But with that audio, you want to catch it as early as possible. So you're looking anywhere from like 0 reels made with that sound to, I always stop it at about 50,000 reels made with that sound. The more reels that are made with the sound, the harder it gets to actually grow using that sound.
Got another question right up here.
how much in terms of budget should we allocate towards marketing? More like percent of sales? That's always been a challenge here in the last couple of years for myself.
You know, you want me to answer that realistically?
I do.
If your marketing is working, why are you putting a budget on it? That's not a sales pitch. If your marketing is working, why are you putting a budget on it? Every business is different, so there's no blanket answer to that. It depends on what you need. A B2B customer and what their marketing budget is going to need for all the marketing activities that they have to go to, because a B2B customer has to go through 6 jobs before they make an actual sale, is going to be different from somebody that is a product-based business and just needs a social media manager. But I don't believe in marketing budgets, because if it's working, I don't want to put a cap on it. We want to keep it going.
Yeah, I'm going to just add a few things onto that. I think she absolutely hit the nail on the head. What I tell my clients all the time is I kind of put an analogy in their head. If you could right now give me $5,000 and I give you $10,000 back, how many times would you do it? They look at me, of course, as many times as I possibly could. And that's kind of how I look at a marketing budget, too. If the budget is working correctly and you're actually getting profit off of the money being spent, then don't put a cap on it. Spend that $5,000 and get $10,000 back, as many $5,000s as you can afford.
And if it's a constraint on, well, I need to put a number on it, I suggest hiring someone to do your marketing, and their salary is your marketing budget.
Got one up here.
One thing also for people that are first starting, because like I said, when I was trying to figure out how to market my music, I looked into digital ads. Literally, if you can start with a budget of even $100 a month, you can track that return. As you start digital ads, you're not going to see a profit on it immediately, but anywhere from 100 at the minimum to about 500 a month, you'll start to see some really great growth.
Hey everybody, this is Whitney Barkley with the Greater West Dayton Incubator. We work with a multitude of clients who obviously want to be on social media and use social media, but one thing that I think is really important that I would love to hear you all elaborate on is the importance of the back-end systems before you start doing the social media marketing, right? Because, you know, I've seen it many times where people get on social media, they do a great job, but they're not leading people anywhere. They may not have a website, or they may not have a way to collect information. So what advice would you give on that? And maybe essentially, what are those resources, and how would you differentiate that from a product-based business versus a service-based business?
Absolutely, beautiful question. And it's funny because when I was trying to differentiate myself as an agency, right? Everyone does marketing. I'm a marketer, right? I realized that was a big component of marketing, is that the systems weren't there. So then we went ahead and went back to this. We went back to the drawing board, and we also offer system building plus your marketing. So let's talk about if you're a service-based business. Everybody should be using a scheduler. There's no reason why you should just be manually posting. I recommend Later. I'm sure they will say the ones that they like. I like Later. So you, at the minimum, as a marketing system, should have a scheduler, because you need more powerful insights and analytics than the ones that Instagram offers you. From there, you need a CRM system, customer relationship management system. If you're a service-based business and you're a small business, I recommend Dubsado. It's like $30 a month. If you're a big business, then we can talk about HubSpot, we can talk about Salesforce, we can go that way. But the two biggest things that you need as a system on the back end that is appropriately set up are going to be a scheduler for your social media, and then you're going to need a customer relationship management tool. How are you going to manage all of these leads? There's also, I want you guys to write down mini chats. Write down mini chats. So if you guys did decide that you guys were going to give away a value, you guys were going to give away a webinar, or you guys were going to give away an ebook, you can say, hey guys, if you want my ebook, DM me the word ebook. What mini chats will do is it will recognize the ebook and it will send them the link that is attached to that word. So that way you can be still running your business, still doing everything that you're doing, but anytime someone DMs you ebook, that specific word, because you're going to train them, because that's their call to action, it will send them the link to that free download. So those are just one of a million ways that you can have your social media systemized for you to actually be able to handle the growth that you're trying to do with all the content pillars, the client pain points, and all the marketing that you're doing.
I want to add on to that because those are really helpful tools. If you have a Facebook business page or an Instagram business account, the Meta Business Suite is a free tool that's helpful too. So while you're learning how to manage things, we're using Later now as well.
Thank you for the conversion.
Me.
I converted her. I convert everybody to Later.
The Meta platform, you can manage both your Instagram and LinkedIn in the same place. So that's a good way to test it out while you're trying to get used to it and get used to your consistency.
We got time for one more question. Anybody got a final question? I see right here.
Reggie, they're making you walk today.
That's all good. That's all good.
So is that an app? Or
Yes.
is that
It's a software. So you're going to log into it from your laptop, and then it has an app on your phone as well. And it allows you to manage, you can manage Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Reels, and TikTok. So you can connect all of your social media in one place. You'll make one post, and then it'll allow you to cater it to each platform. So that way it shoots across 5 channels without you having to go and manually post to each.
Does that also handle hashtags and stuff?
Yes, it does. It'll actually do hashtag recommendations based on analyzing the content you're creating and the captions you put in as well. Absolutely. You can schedule it out where maybe you're tweeting it Tuesday at 6 a.m., but you're not gonna post it to Facebook till 6 p.m. You literally have autonomy over your entire scheduling, times, captions, videos, links, the whole gamut.
And one quick tip, just in general, set aside time every month to do this scheduling. Plan your content out in advance to get it all set up and scheduled. About a month in advance is usually a good time period. That'll save you so much, mental energy of trying to think about your social media all the time. As a business owner, it's really difficult sometimes to devote energy to all these different areas. So cut yourself a break and just dedicate, an afternoon every month to your content planning and schedule it all out.
Absolutely. So with clients, what I do is we go through the content strategy. I set up a meeting, and I record all the reels at once. I get all the captions from them at once, and then I schedule everything, and I manage and I optimize as they go. Because as business owners, y'all don't got time to be making reels all the time. So we're gonna set that dedicated time. We're gonna hash everything out. We're gonna get everything that I need from you done, and then we can go on the back end as social media managers and marketing strategists. We're gonna go on the back end, and we're gonna analyze it and optimize it and make it work for you.
The last thing too, with all these tools and marketing, like all of us, we do this day to day, right? So we're just spewing all this information. But one thing that I can say for everyone in this room that's going to be super important, no matter what your business is or what you're trying to do, just create more. So all these tips and tricks and platforms and stuff might be confusing, but if you can just say, you know what, today, this week, I'm gonna create my first reel, you're already winning, and don't ever let anything stop you in that process of marketing your business. Just take the steps that work for you, and that's already a dub. So yeah.
That's kind of all the time that we have on this one.
She got one more question. What's up, Mama?
There it is.
Later, so mini chats, later.com. Oh, all of them, literally all of them. The only one they didn't have was Reels, but they now have Reels. So literally all of them.
The only thing is with Later is if they're not an original audio reel or original audio TikTok,
You can't schedule it.
It won't let you auto-publish it. You have to manually post it because of the sound licensing. So, other than that,
All right, so give it up to your social media experts.
Thank you, y'all.